conversation. We will continue to try, and hopefully, when we do, we'll get more details. But so far, information that I've gotten from some people within the community I've spoken with is that not everyone accepts the idea. There are issues. If you announced of the monthly sanitation exercise, we also saw the legal implications that came, especially with restriction of movement, and that eventually led to the cancellation of that. And upon that cancellation, which was announced sometime in October, what was said was that the government was looking at a new way and better way of doing this exercise. And since that time, we've not heard anything. Remember, there was a meeting that was held between the governor and the chairman of the Rwama board, Dr. Samuel Wanosike. It was after that meeting that the announcement was made by Dr. Wanosike. And the new way or better way that would be employed, we've not heard anything about it. It's over a month now. It's a month or since we heard that. And we've not heard anything about it. That's on one side. And then if you come to the one you see every day is the fact that we still have people disposing waste on the median. Waste evacuation seems not to be as effective as it should be. If it is in your area, you should let me know. Of course, that's why we're having this conversation, because shortly we'll be opening the phone line. As much as we would like a different approach, and we are waiting to hear what the different approach is, we are here to hear it. There are also questions about the new dump site, which you have raised. But most important is the day-to-day activity of Rwama with regards to and waste removal, evacuation. Now, this is where we have the problems. There were talks about trying to employ more staff into Rwama so that we can effectively ensure that we carry out evacuation and clean the Port Harcourt Metropolis even better. But what stage that is at now, we also don't have that information. So the questions you want to ask is something happening but we're not being told, or something is happening and the information that is coming out is not enough, so we don't know too much? Some of the worrying concerns for a lot of Rivers people who deserve and would want to know what the waste disposal situation is like and the improvements that we need to make. Which brings me to this question. Have you seen improvements in how waste is being disposed and being removed in your area, whether in your local government areas? Now, don't forget that Rwanda only operates within Falga and Obiakpo. So anything beyond that, you would now have to go to your council chairman in the various local governments who are constitutionally saddled with the responsibility of making sure that their councils are clean. And what we hear is in many councils, there's almost nothing that's happening with regards to waste management at all. Oyigbo, I know that the Ogoni axis is usually like been to tie. It's pretty clean. You don't have that problem that much in Kana and Gokana. Parts of Gokana is still a problem. It's still a problem. However, what are the council chairmen in those local government areas doing? And just to mention a few, there are many others in Aoda, East, West. There are problems. What mechanisms have they put in place to ensure prompt disposal or structured disposal and prompt evacuation of waste within their domain? And then in Obiakwa and Falga, how are the council chairmen supporting Rwama to do a good job? These are some of the concerns and questions that need to be answered. Any other people would have to wait for Rwama to come out with something, but so far so good. Under this board, at the moment, we haven't heard any new thing that we can say this is what Rwama is doing. I would be very happy if we can get information. At least it's part of why we're having this conversation, to know exactly what Rwama is doing and how they are going about it. But for you who's listening to me now, has there been improvements that you've seen with regards to waste disposal and evacuation within your area? People still dump waste on the median. There have been jingles, there have been announcements that this should stop, but people still do it. The question again is, how is Rwama enforcing this? And which was where the idea of employing more people came, because we needed to have task force, we needed to have people that are going to be on standby to make sure that they enforce this and people waste. Come to trying to get truck. I think under the solar administrator, there was reports of some trucks that were purchased. I don't know if those trucks are on ground and if they are working. If they eventually came, we don't know, but we know that there's shortage of trucks. And then the companies that have the contracts, 0800279230003, the numbers to call. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yes, Ifiemi, good morning. Of the local, not everything center in state government or federal government. This is the primary duty of the local government to employ sanitation marshal in various communities, each ward 20%, each ward 20%. And you will see that River State and Port Harcourt will be clean. But they are busy buying land to their councillor, acquiring teacher houses outside the country, doing something that is not necessary. We don't need much from them as ordinary citizens. Sanitation, potable water, constant electricity, that is the only thing that the common Nigeria needs from them. But they are not doing it. When you see they have now championed social media, they will go and buy a big toilet in Market Square, or they will go and renovate market at the rate of 20 million naira. They will put it on social media. Hey, they want to commission market. Hey, they want to commission toilet. Hey, they want to commission. How much are they receiving as allocation? The least local government now in the state go home with 600 million naira. Then when you after that 600 million naira, you now bring 10 million naira and do project. You want to gather the whole crowd that they should come. You want to commission 100 days in office. We have some primary health center. There's nothing like equipment again. Hospital equipment in primary health center. They cannot do that. Our secondary school and primary school, that is the primary duty of a local government. Primary school, nothing. Our secondary school, nothing. So they are busy. They will go to market. They will be to local shop. They will commission. Local shop, how much is local shop? How much is local shop compared to your allocation?
All right. Thank you very much.